Well, hey everybody, we're getting ready to start our new project. We're going to be working on a waterway and some drainage issues that this landowner is having. And you'll see a little bit about what needs to be done, but they're really concerned about this waterway down through here that's coming through the woods. And as it goes down through here, the water is spreading out and it's running over there next to their barndinium or next to their shop here. And they're kind of wanting that all fixed up. So we're going to come through here and we're going to probably build somewhat of a dirt berm, gravel berm, similar to this one. That one was put there years ago to keep water from coming into the backside of their building. But now, as you see, all this water comes down through here. It's getting ready to be the flood season. And we're wanting to kind of keep the water away from the building. As you see here, water's already been running towards the building. So we're gonna try to get that all fixed up. They've not been able to come through here and mow. They used to be able to mow around the building and keep it up in good shape, but since this is all growed up, a lot of rock and sticks, so we're gonna try to get all this cleaned up. And the piece of equipment that we got for the job is a Yanmar 55 mini excavator. It was just delivered here not long ago, and we're going to be using this tool for the machine. It's got a ditching bucket on it, which is going to work really well. But we're right here working on this ditch right now. You'll see they got a culvert crossing that comes across here, and it's really washed out really bad on this bottom side. And so it's washed out there, just put all the gravel down through here. So we're going to take that gravel there, we're going to put that back up into here, get this in good shape so they can mow it as well. And you see down here, it's actually kind of washed there. So we'll kind of fill that in, kind of make that look good. Maybe take a few of this brush and stuff out here. But anyway, they're wanting to keep the water next to that hillside as much as possible and not up next to the building. Then I'll show you the next project here in this waterway that we're going to be working on and fixing is this upper side up here. As you can see, the water has pretty much got to this point and it spreads out. There's some trees growing in there. There's a lot of rock. We're going to try to take some of that and push that back up that way. Get that all smooth and looking good so they can kind of keep that mowed as well. But it's really kind of filled in there, as you see. We'll get it fixed up and looking good. Appreciate the opportunity to help these folks out. And I know it's not a dozer, but it is an excavator. And so this project here, it would just be too much to have the dozer on. So that's why we had the mini excavator brought down. We're going to take that tool, we're going to use that, and we're going to get this place fixed up and looking good. Actually turned out really good. Got that all smoothed up there and filled in that washout up there. Brought some of this material. They ought to be able to get a mower through here just fine. And then I'm working on filling this ditch that way. Took out a few trees here, put them up here on the bank, out of the way. We'll get this place all sharp. There was an old stump there that we went ahead and dug out while we were here. So it's coming together. He's a pro. He's catching on. Look at that. He's a natural. We're making some headway here. The wife just left a little bit ago. She got to play around on this thing and really loved it. But now we're taking off. We're still continuing to dig that. And then we're also compacting that embankment all the way down through there. That way it will hold for whenever the rain comes down through there. But we're making some progress here. And I just got to stay away from these red wasps right up there. I've got several there that's wanting to fly around me. I don't know if you see them up there or not, but not had no problems with them yet. But we're gonna head back after it here and do some more work. Well, I was able to get the project done. It turned out really well. I appreciate this machine. This Yanmar mini excavator did a fine job, had that ditching bucket on there, and we was able to get everything back on that side of the building, which we've already showed you. Got that taken care of. And we just finished this little ditch up through here. This ditch was really wide, and so what we ended up doing is we ended up taking a lot of that material that was along the bottom there that was built up, and we put over here along this side and along here to kind of fill that in. That way that water will still be able to run down the ditch and not get down here and spread out. So we kind of built this up probably a couple feet along through there, and then over here in this little corner as well. So we got that all cleaned out up through there. Looks really good. The landowner can probably get some grass planted in here and should be able to keep that mowed and in good shape. And then over here on this side, we got this fixed up. Got the hole filled in here that was washed out, and got this smoothed up and looking good. Roll that in, clean that all the way down there to the culvert as well. So I think it turned out really well. But just come up here and show you a little bit about what we did here. We did have some pictures and maybe a small video, but I kind of want to show you what we did. As you remember, when we first started this project, they had problems with water coming down there and wanting to wash into the building. So what we ended up doing is building a berm all the way up through there to keep that water over here against the embankment or this hillside and away from the building. They used to be able to keep this mowed in here, but they couldn't do it. But now they should be able to keep that mowed, at least probably a couple passes with a zero turn through here. And kind of got this looking good through here. And you'll see it joins the old berm that's up there. So now they shouldn't have any worry about water trying to get in here and wash up against the building now. So that was one thing that they talked about that we might need to do, is to put a berm right here. But then if you see on down through here, we begin to fade that berm out as the transition of the ground begins to slope that way and away from the building. But right here in this spot, that ditch was the same height as the corner of this building, which allowed all that water to come down through here and wash up against the back side of the building. So this berm was a must. We probably could have did this job probably with a skid steer, but to build this berm and to get in here next to this building and dig that out, that mini excavator was really the key for this particular job on this side of the building. But we used it and got it all fixed up. All right, well, thank you for watching, and we'll see where our next project starts.